welcome back to another little episode. I'm sure that we're all familiar with manifesting, and unless you have mastered it, if you've mastered it, get out of here. Leave a comment on how you did it, but then get out of here. But I would like to be a manifester. I just don't think I've tapped into that side of myself, and I really kind of don't understand how to do that yet. So I was doing a little research and a little deep dive, and I thought that I'd turn the camera on and we can chat about the process together. I have tapped into Roxie Nafousi, that side of the internet. She is labeled by Forbes as the manifesting queen, and she's written incredible books on it. And I've taken a few notes on her methods, and I thought that we could go through it together and figure out how we can manifest together. The first thing that she says that we need to do is be clear in your vision. Define exactly what you want. Be specific, whether it's relationship, career, lifestyle, get detailed. Vague intentions equals vague results. I feel like I have mastered this part. What I want you to do is visualize very, very, very clearly whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whether it is a dream job, a dream apartment, a dream life, a dream day in the life, a dream body, whatever it is. I want you to literally close your eyes and visualize everything about that moment. The smells, the way that the light is hitting your face or it's not, it's dark, whatever it is, what you're feeling, the ambiance that is coming across. Anything you can possibly register into a real feeling, sense evoking thing, do it. Fully access that part of your brain that is like, I am present right now. And it's almost like you're closing your eyes in that moment. What does that look like? What's around you? What are your senses reading? What can you see, feel, touch, taste? Take note of all of that stuff. Next, she says to remove fear and doubt. So she says self-sabotage kills manifestation. Roxie emphasizes identifying and rewriting limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome. This is where inner work begins. We will trick the hell out of ourselves, out of opportunities and experiences in life because we believe we're undeserving, somebody else should get it, you're shocked that you received this opportunity. When I tell you, if an opportunity comes knocking, you better open that door, take it, and run, and second guess later. Don't even spend a second thinking, oh, well, should I? Do it. You need to experience as much as you can in this life in order to not regret. The only thing that is embarrassing about you working towards your goal is if you're embarrassed about working towards your goal. If you're embarrassed about posting and it only has 2 likes and 200 views, and if you're embarrassed about it, that's the embarrassing part. You are working towards your goals and everybody's journey looks different. So I want you to take the paranoia out of your head and remove it. Be gone. This is, I think, the part I second guess myself on because I like to be... Like if one of my goals is content creation, I like to be a little mysterious on the internet. But then I come on and I create a full podcast where we talk about everything deep and everything sensitive. So I'm ripping that Band-Aid off. So I think I've accomplished that. But for yourself, whatever you're psyching yourself out about, whatever barrier you've created in your head, remove it. Just imagine it doesn't exist or zoom out and see your dream life ahead of you. And that this barrier is the thing stopping you from your dream life or whatever goal you're trying to manifest. Please move it to the side and lock in. Number 3, align your behavior. Act like the version of you who already has what you want. Think boundaries, habits, mindset shifts. If your actions don't align, the universe can't either. This is so true. And I think arguably the most difficult part of this process, in my opinion. This and then her like 5, 6, 7 step, that era. I think the reason why I have failed and why so many other people have failed in manifestation is because when we get to this step of aligning ourselves, we think it has to be day and night. We think that overnight we have to wake up as somebody completely different and we have to live our lives completely different in 24 hours. That is going to fuck you up so bad. Do not do that. I'm going to tell you exactly how I have tried this approach and actually have been able to maintain this approach through my little integration station that we have going on. I feel like this is probably where I get the most stuck because I have a lot of goals. and I have a lot of things that I want to achieve. So maybe I'm doing them all at the same time. And that's why I can't necessarily align my behavior. But I have such a clear vision of myself in my future and what that looks like. And this is where I'm like, well, how do I align myself? What should I do to get myself where I want to be? And actually, I truly believe that no matter your goal, aligning your day to day actions. I think the mistake I used to make with this section is that I used to think I had to wake up and be an entirely new person and I had to just completely change who I was in that moment. And that's not true. And that's exhausting. And you shouldn't do that. I think if you focus on getting 1% better every single day, let's pretend that you are manifesting your dream body just for the sake of that, because that was one of my goals that I was manifesting for myself. So let's say I'm manifesting my dream body. I actively wake up and I'm making an effort for the first week or so to just drink more water. And that's it. I'm not making any other changes. I'm trying to get some steps in here and there, but nothing too drastic. I'm just trying to be more intentional with my water intake. Then the next week, I'm focused more on, oh, maybe I should add some more vegetables in my diet. Once this thing has already been integrated, like the drinking water, now I want to eat a little bit cleaner. So I focus on that just for a few more weeks. Then the week after that, I'm focused on getting daily movement in, right? So I'm focusing on making sure I'm moving my body every single day, not with intense cardio or anything crazy, but just in a way that's attainable for me, however many times a week I can do it. But in the background of doing this, these other two things are already working in my favor because I've already allowed them enough time to integrate. Versus tomorrow's a Monday morning and I'm waking up and I'm like, I'm drinking water, I'm eating healthy, I'm moving my body, it's fucking go time, I'm locking in. Like, that has never worked for me. But when I did do it in this way, by slowly integrating, I swear I've never been more consistent and more healthier in my life. Like, just taking it a step at a time and focusing on what you can control, because your life and your schedule doesn't, let's say you're working a 9 to 5. That's not going to change just because you want to be all healthed in. But now for the next week and a half, you're going to be so sore you can't move. You're going to be starving because you completely changed your diet. Like, you don't want to shock yourself in your life. You want to do things and integrate things in a natural way that every day you're making those choices aligns you into who you're becoming and where you want to be in life. And I think that that's so important and special. 4, overcome tests from the universe. Challenges aren't rejections, they're tests. Roxie says every big manifestation comes with moments that test your standards and patience. Don't settle. Just because things are hard doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You are fully equipped to handle any and every challenge that is thrown your way. And just because maybe you've never experienced challenges like this before in your life doesn't mean that you cannot come out on the other side better than before. You can navigate and handle anything and everything that comes your way. I am so fucking sure of it. Every negative experience provides tools for you to keep in your backpack of life so that you can be better equipped for the next challenge and the next thing that you face. You guys, the universe will test you. It will test you. If you are asking the universe, you know, okay, wait, I just thought about something that literally I did ask the universe to do something for me and it did, and it was the worst experience of my life, but it has gotten me closer to where I am. I don't think I'm ready to share that story yet, though. But trust me, the universe will fucking test you and it will listen. If you're asking or requesting for the universe to tap into you and you said, universe, please make me stronger. And then your life gets real upside down and every single day is like a war zone for some reason. Don't question it, because you asked the universe to make you stronger. And the only way you're going to go get stronger is if you face challenges. And sometimes you'll make these wishes to the universe and you'll completely forget that you asked the universe to do anything for you, the way I did. And then everything turns into a shit show. And then you're like, oh, right, that request. Can we wind it back up? But I think that it is so important that you follow through. I mean, first of all, growth and manifesting is so not linear. Like, you will have waves up and downs, and things will happen in such an unexpected route. So don't be surprised by anything. You just have to roll with the punches, especially if your goals are big and your aspirations are big and it's something. Let's say you're manifesting a whole new life. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. So, in that medium zone, before you are in your new life, but you're done with your old life, you're just kind of in the middle and it feels like hell, understand that this is going to cost you that. And so you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable for the time. Next, she says to embrace gratitude. Gratitude is magnetic. You must learn to deeply appreciate your current reality while still holding space for bigger dreams. I think that this is so important. Sometimes when you look at where you want to be, you forget to appreciate where you currently are. Where you currently are is one step in the ladder of where you want to be. You're getting there. You're going there. But do not shit on where you are right now in order to be, oh, my life sucks. Everything sucks. I need to get to this level. I need to get to this point. I need to da da da. If you talk negatively about what the universe has given you right now, I doubt you are going to get where you want to be. And that is so, it's a difficult thing to understand because sometimes maybe where you are right now really does suck. Maybe you are in a terrible situation and it is negative and toxic and really not where you need to be. However, you will move past this era and you will get to where you need to be. But appreciating the experience for teaching you how to navigate such difficult situations. Any negative situation is a lesson, and I really believe this in life. This is something I think that a lot of people lack, including myself, and this is something I've added into my journaling routine these days. I'm a big journaler, and I feel like I use my journals to vent and complain and list out my problems for the day, but I've never made an effort to intentionally thank my day for all the positives that it had, or to thank the universe and God and whoever you believe in, to for all of the positives in my life, my health, my happiness, my family is alive and well, everything around me. I'll have challenges in the day, but I woke up today. I'll have challenges in the day, but I have the strength to face those challenges. So I think practicing gratitude will really change your mindset in a lot of different ways. Whether you're manifesting or not, I think it's a good habit to have in your day anyway, just because sometimes life moves very, very fast and we can sometimes forget all of the good things, and it's a lot easier to focus on the negative things versus the good things. Next thing she says to do is to turn envy into inspiration. This is a hard one for you copycat hosts. No, I'm just kidding. I love this one, actually. I'm not an envious person. I want to win in life and I want you to win too. And I always feel like there's enough for us to eat at the table together. And I truly have never felt like I'm in competition with somebody, which I'm very fortunate. I know a lot of people don't think that way. This is how I really have never struggled with something like this. I'm always happy for others. And I'm a huge believer that no matter how much you hate somebody, or no matter how much somebody is your enemy or whatever it may be, the same way what is meant for you will not miss you, what is meant for them will not miss them. Nobody on this earth is powerful enough to make somebody else miss an opportunity that is meant for them. I truly believe this. So when you waste your time stalking somebody, you waste your time talking shit about somebody or wishing the worst on them or whatever it may be, no matter how dirty this person may have done you, that's all that it is. It's a waste of time. You're putting so much of your energy wishing somebody else's downfall. But the same way that they can't block an opportunity from you, you cannot block an opportunity for them. So as much as maybe you want to talk shit about somebody, but you're watching them chase their dreams and you're still talking shit, what is meant for them will come for them. Whether it's good or bad, karma, evil, like whatever it is, you cannot change the course of their life in that sense. Unless you're real crazy. But I would like to hope that none of you are really crazy like that. I'm a big believer in that. And that's a realization I had maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I really stand by that. I'm just like, look, we can agree to disagree. We don't have to like each other. You're not going to like everybody in this world. But I'm going to take back my energy and stop worrying about you and what you're doing, because whatever's meant for you is going to happen and whatever's meant for me is going to happen. So there's no point in me wasting my time and my life wishing something negative on you or anything like that. I also think that if somebody is doing something that you're like envious of, or you're just like, ooh, why are they doing that? I should be doing that. Da, 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 da. Turn that into your inspiration. Do it. Okay. You're wondering why they're doing that, or you don't like the way that they're doing whatever it may be. Do it better then. Go and do it. Make it your own. Be happy in it. Find a new passion in what you're doing and do it. Like, stop trying to tear somebody else down in the process of building yourself up. I think that that's so unnecessary, because you don't need to prove how bad somebody is or how undeserving somebody is to make yourself look better, because at the end of the day, it's really just going to make you look bad. And like I said, what's meant for them is meant for them and will not miss them. So it's a waste of time. Number 7, she says to trust the universe. Surrender the timeline. Stay open, stay soft. This is about detachment from how and when, but commit to what. This is also arguably one of the most challenging parts of this step, because you could commit for a week, a month, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, a decade before you get to what you want. And it's hard. I mean, if you're not seeing results as fast as you want, you might be like, this is not working. It's not happening for me. I need to change something, or I give up completely. Trust that the good things are coming as long as you've aligned yourself and you are being as authentic and honest and pure intentioned as possible. Everything that you want is at your fingertips. It's all coming. You just have to trust the process and let it go and relinquish the control, which is difficult. Trust me, I know. I love control. I want to see it in an itinerary schedule when my goals and dreams are coming, and it doesn't work like that. And it's very sad. I wish it did. I would laminate it, put it up on my mirror every single day and look at it and make sure that things are going according to plan. I love a schedule. I love to know when I can expect my next, heartbreak, when I can expect my next promotion, when I can, like, I want to know these things, but that's not how life works. That's not how the universe works. So you just have to experience to your fullest and have the best possible energy. You have to relinquish control, which is so difficult, especially for me. And I've worked on it for months now. And I would like to think I'm making some progress here in just trusting the universe to have your best interests at heart. And this is hard. So this is going back to number 4, overcome tests from the universe. When the universe tests you and sends you all those bumps in the road and you're like, what the hell is going on right now? You have to, in the back of your head, trust the process. And this is kind of with anything. In life, there's going to be so many things that the way that they come to you it's a shock. It's insane. You're like, how did this even come? It's confusing almost. But you have to relinquish the trust and the control. You have to go through things, allow processes to play out. So especially if you feel like you're in the middle of 2 times in your life, 2 parts in your life. I feel like I've said this in every single episode. I am currently kind of in the in-between, where I'm done with one chapter of my life. I'm going into the next one, but I'm kind of currently in the middle. I am having so much fun just enjoying this process, to be honest with you. When it first started and I felt like uncomfortable and I'm like, okay, what now? I'm not fully in this era, but I don't align with the old version of myself anymore. It was so uncomfortable and I spent every day being so anxious. And then I had a conversation with myself and I was just like, okay, I zoomed out. I looked at where I am right now as a whole and what's ahead of me and what's behind me. And I was just like, I'm going to enjoy this time for what it is. I'm going to absorb as much as I can, learn as much as I can. I have to spend this time getting to know myself again. That is so important and crucial if you're going through a middle period. Because when you are shedding the old version of you, it's gone. Like, who you were and who you are completely different people, and you have to get to know yourself again so that you develop trust and dependency on yourself again. Guys, this was so much fun. I think that this is going to end up being a little bit shorter of an episode than everything else, but this is just at the top of my head and I wanted to chat with you guys about this. Manifestation is something that I'm so interested in, and I have watched it happen for so many people around me, but I feel like I haven't been able to tap into that for myself. So I thought that we could do a little chat about how other people are doing it, and then we could try it out together. And then we could come back and discuss if it's worked so far or not. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you stayed until the end, I'm going to have all of my socials linked below. And I genuinely appreciate you for tuning in for another episode. And I love you so, so, so very much. And I will see you next week. Bye. And happy manifesting. Good luck. we should volunteer. One of us does it first, and then we all try it and see if it happens. I don't know. Bye.